When you're making your YouTube videos, especially to attract your high ticket clients, the hook is the most important part because at the end of the day, the YouTube videos are made specifically to convert the views into the buyers. So there are a couple different things you can do to optimize your hook, but the main thing that makes them even click on the video is the packaging. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but you can find it in my other videos where it's all about the title, thumbnail, and the preview, how to optimize these to increase your click-through rate. That's something called click-through rate. Now, when they see the packaging, they click. Your packaging is what makes them click. I can write click here. Click. From there, what makes them watch is your hook. And your hook, the main purpose of your hook is to fulfill expectations. So now that you know it's the packaging that actually makes them click, it's the hook that's going to fulfill their expectations, then the value you can take care of. That's why you're running the YouTube channel. That's why you've got a high ticket coaching program to sell. But the hook is what's going to make them carry on watching so that you can even get them to the end to make them trust you and to like you and to respect you as well. So now there's two parts to the hook. There's a visual hook and the narrative hook. Let's go through the visual hook first. Everything about the visual hook should be premium. Means you have credibility. Like, nobody's going to trust somebody that's promising to make their client rich if they're in a really low quality, shady background. You need to be in a rich background, essentially, like white colors. Nice. Okay, moving on. You need to be engaging as well. So the way you say stuff needs to be engaging, which I'll go on to here. But the way your face is framed in the video needs to be engaging. For example, if the camera is tilted too close to this, it's not engaging. The camera needs to be zoomed out. You need to be able to see your shoulders and your arms, and you need to have an engaging facial expression. You need to have passion when you speak with your visual hands and your facial expression. So now that you know in the visual hook, these two should be included all the time. It should be premium and you should have an engaging facial expression. These two now is going to be motion graphics, and this is in terms of editing. So these two are what you do, like in terms of what you can control. These two is what the editor should do: motion graphics and dynamics. Now, what do dynamics mean? The editor will take care of that. If you want to have a brief understanding, it's basically keeping it compelling and keeping it on brand whilst also keeping it engaging. But the editor will take care of that if they have a good common sense and common feel of your brand as well. So this is what the editor does. So post-production. So this is the whole visual hook. So this is the whole visual hook done, covered. Now moving on to the narrative hook. It's a 3P structure. And as you can see, the P's get bigger in terms of importance. So number one is the plan. Now you can see here I've already written concise. That's because the plan, if what?
You spelled concise wrong.
You can see I've written concise here because if in the packaging you've already written your plan saying, I'm going to teach you how to run meta ads to make 20K a month with your coaching business, you don't need to repeat that again. You need to keep it concise. Especially in the hook, the viewer has a really strong sense of urgency with their time. They're thinking, if even a second is wasted, they're looking at the other side of the YouTube tab and they're thinking, what other videos are popping up? So straight away, this is only if in the packaging you haven't covered it. So always keep the narrative hook concise. So first is the plan. After that is the promise. Now, they've clicked on the packaging for the outcome. They're expecting a transformation. You need to promise again and fulfill that expectation of a transformation. If straight away you start getting into either technical details or you start making it seem boring, it's not exciting for them to watch a YouTube video and it's not fulfilling their dopamine that they want. So when you promise, you need to promise a transformation. Transformation. And I would write shiny, but instead I'm just going to put bam. So you need to promise a shiny transformation. This means maybe package it up into some kind of cool name or something like that. But to recap, plan, promise, after that is proof. You need to insert the proof in your own subtle way. I don't mean just like randomly spouting out, oh, and by the way, I did this for this person, this for this person, this for this person. The more you can make these three flow into each other, the more the viewer will watch and the more the viewer will give you their attention and respect from the start of the video. So proof, and it has to be related to the video, of course, but subtly put it in there. As in, the proof should increase your credibility. Like, you have knowledge to be talking about this. Obviously, you've made $3 million running meta ads and you've helped 700 people do it. So just include that proof and obviously keep it concise as well. And the last one for the narrative hook is humor. Now, when I say humor, this just means an authentic piece of information. It can either be just, I don't even know. It's literally, I don't know what you can do. That's the thing. Only you know what you can do best.
Nice save.
Either it can be a joke, but typically jokes are kind of cringe, I'll be honest. So either it can be a joke or it can just be authenticity, pure authenticity. When you're writing out the hook, you're gonna think of stuff to do that only you can think of. I can't even think of examples for you. Like at the start of this video, you would have seen things that you would have thought of, that you would have never have seen before, but you would relate that to me. You're never gonna see this stuff before in my video that you're watching right now. Same thing, you need to do the exact same for your video, and that's what makes a great narrative hook, and that's what's gonna make you fulfill the viewer's expectation and keep them watching to the end.